Hi there, I'm Will Kidd with 7 Seas Estate Sales, and I'm here to give you an amazing video walkthrough of our upcoming May 3 through 6 hybrid estate sale in Halls, which is just north of Fountain City in Knoxville, Tennessee. So this house is spectacular and huge, and that's why we're starting with a 4-day sale. Just a couple quick logistics on that. We're going to run Thursday by appointment, and you'll see why as we walk through here. It's just dangerously full of stuff. And so we need to sell a little bit with a limited bit of traffic, and then we'll open up to the public on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday and Friday act as the online auction preview day. You can look at all the items that are in our online auction those days, and then the auction will close Friday night. If you win an item, the terms are to pick up Saturday. We'll also do 25% off remaining tag items Saturday. Sunday is 50% off from 10 to 2, and at 2 we'll do some kind of blowout to somehow have magically disappear everything that's left in the house, and you'll see it will take some magic because it's pretty full here. So I'm just going to climb behind the camera here and let you swoop around this room. That entire back wall and that whole wall over there is all Longaberger baskets. And I'll get a little better view in a minute, but let's start with what I'm right in front of. Toys. I've got toys and games over here, and a lot of this stuff dates back to the 60s, some of it even earlier. You can see the Texaco truck there, the old aluminum cookware. Here's sewing machine number 1. There are 22 or more sewing machines in the house, almost all in the online auction, so take a look at that. Here is a bunch of glassware, which or china. You'll see a lot of that. I've got a rocking horse collection in this house, kind of an unusual thing. And in the baby realm, there's all kind of neat things. Here's an antique stroller. And if I take another step, this one's in the online auction, the antique sled, or sleigh, really. It's an antique sleigh with a push behind it, so you could put a small child in there and push them in a sleigh in the snow. Pretty cool item. There's another vintage baby item. Here's another vintage or older, high chair. And there's a low chair down on the ground. There's 2 cribs here. Coming back around, the cribs, or cradles I should say, are both in the online auction. And then this really cool oak and wicker, this is actually a high chair, and you can lower it all the way down like that to rock, or you can raise it up and it becomes a high chair to feed in. So kind of vintage, cool. It's got a neat mechanism on it. And there's the hanging cradle that also rocks. So that's pretty awesome. Now this row right here is all online auction. This is an unbroken run from 81, I think, through 2000. Let me get up here real close and we'll see. At least through 2000 or 2002 of all the Longaberger Christmas baskets. So one of the rare ones down here, just couldn't fit it over there. That's Christmas 83. That's the bell with the hanger. So there's several lots to sell all of those. But now starting with this row and going all around the room, 90% of the rest of this stuff is straight tag sale, and there's tons of it around. So I'm going through the window. Here you see even more of it. I'll turn back around and we'll see row 2, because this is just what's on the wall. Backing up a little bit, several different collections that she's got. You've got a lot of the Heritage, Heartland, Traditions, Collectors Club. Here's all the stuff that's sort of patriotic themed. There's Easter over there, and again, this stuff goes back into the 80s, 90s. Now we're into getting some of the monumental stuff. I've got Longaberger foundry items. That's like, you can see underneath all those baskets in there, there's a metal rack. Those are very expensive items from Longaberger, and we've got this pile here. All these are new in box. In fact, even the ones that are out were new in box. We just took them out for display. And most of those foundry items are in the online auction. Most of the baskets that you're seeing here are in the tag sale. Now look at all these collector clubs, stuff that's still new in box, from 20 years ago. The condition on all this stuff is fantastic. Almost all of them have liners, the plastic protectors, the cloth liners. Here's more of the stuff in the boxes. Here is, there's the snowman. Here's spring basket, corn basket, on and on it goes. And if I spin back around here, you'll mention I was just on row 1. The middle of the room is full too. Now this is a great collection here. This is the JW collection miniatures. We've got the whole thing with all the accessories. Very cool. There's also this is the Harmony baskets here. Numbers 1 through 5. That's a very highly collectible, expensive bunch. This is one of 2 sets of Hartman luggage here. And then look at this. Longaberger dishes. I got them. I think this one we got in the online auction, the multicolor set. We couldn't quite make a complete run out of what we had, so it's in the tag sale. But then I've got, this is apparently a pretty uncommon one. That's the what do they call it? Fruit medley pottery, Longaberger fruit medley, and that set's in the online auction. Look, I've got the throws, I've got jewelry, I've even got a handmade sweater, all Longaberger. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but if you're into Longaberger anyway or know somebody who is, send them this video, send them to the site, and the bidding will open very, very soon if it has not already by the time you get there. Nice organ stool here, tons of photo frames, tons of photo albums. We've got, look at, there's a great coffee table under there you can't hardly see. I'm gonna walk past, see if I can step back here. There's a very pretty ottoman, just got it on the side. Here is the one of several quilt racks. Got nice artwork. That's the Primitive Baptist Church from up in Cates Cove. Then all kind of nice small tables, kidney bean vanities, collectibles galore. And folks, we're in the first room. We used over 1,000, 1,500 price. I used more price tags in this room than we use in most homes. It's an incredibly dense sale. I've got antique desks. They're in the online auction. I've got this big garden seat. That's also online auction. And then, let's see, I don't have the light on in this closet, but hundreds of napkins and placemats, probably 50 sets of each napkins and placemats, all kind of picnic stuff here, tons and tons of that. Here's a big rack of just one of several hordes of kitchen type linens. Now I'm coming into another room. Here we've got, finally we made it to the second room. Sorry, it's a bit dim in here. It's raining today. Beautiful maple china cabinet, and then I've got its matching behind this that painting there. There's a matching buffet, and if I turn back around, you can see the chairs. There was a bunch of stuff on it. There's my black coat hanging on one of the chairs. That is a matching maple drop leaf dining table. That's pretty spectacular. I also got TV, got chairs, great Hitchcock rocker there, and now we're starting to get into some glassware. There, across the top of there is all milk glass, including that lamp right there. It's kind of hard to see with its own light. More milk glass, milk glass, milk glass, milk glass. I'll come down to the bottom. That's the whole the mantle and the hearth, all covered with milk glass. And just to make everybody nervous, we put all the cast iron next to the glass. So lamps galore in this house. It must be 24 lamps for sale. Miniature tea sets, miniature animals. Here's one of many pieces of needlework. That's needlepoint. There's also crewel work and yeah, some of the other types. This china cabinet that I looked at before as the china cabinet is also full. There's a collection of about 100, maybe more, of powder jars. All right, now this I put a picture of this on Facebook, this room, and it's really hard to believe. This is what we're just calling the glass room, but there's a lot more than just the glassware in here. So starting in this corner, sorry, we're going to be backlit in the window, but lots of good Christmas here. And then going down this way, if I can get the camera angle to work here, every color glass you want to think. There's original sandwich glass as well as reproduction. There's carnival glass. There's depression glass, and so many different colors. The whole rainbow is here in terms of glassware. We got a whole thing, and then when we hit the corner, we're going to turn to clear. And I'm just showing you the top level, but the floor is covered up as well. Giant china cabinet here, which is a really nice piece. I'll have to go all the way back of the room so you can see that. But that china cabinet's in the online auction. All the glassware is in the tag sale. Now look at this. When in one house have you seen this many? Well, you haven't seen this many cake plates at a caterer or a formal event at the convention center. There's 2 or 3 dozen cake plates here. Still going. Now I'm into crystal. I've got a bunch of Waterford. That's some of it's tagged, some of it's online auction. And on and on we go on the clear glass, and then there's a bunch of fun carnival, other porcelain type items here. I'm just going to spin myself back around slowly to try not to make you dizzy. Look at all the milk glass dishware. There's so many snack sets. It's just $2 a snack set, and you know, pick as many as you want. You want just one for a collection, or are you going to serve 50 people? You can easily put together 50 snack sets here. All the serving pieces in milk glass. And again, like I said, it's all down on the floor too. It's multi-layered. And then this china cabinet is in the auction. The milk glass on the top shelves was kind of our you know, sellers select items for the online auction, but the bottom 3 shelves, all this stuff from here down is all tagged. Now here's sewing machine number 2, and this is another really great Singer antique piece. All right, so now I'm going to swing back here as the door I came in. Lots and lots of the silver plate here. Here's one complete plain, sort of a cream color Longaberger dish set. That entire set of dishes is online auction. Then I've got tag pieces with the, I think this is Traditions, maybe it's called. Over here I've got a Franciscan that's tagged. There's the chairs and the bar stools are for sale here. Coming around back into the kitchen, I've got a bunch of antiques in this house. We'll see more when we go downstairs. Here's dough bowls and dough rollers, and then chargers, Christmas stuff. And here is a second set. This is the Longaberger Holly, a gigantic set of dishes here. Some of it still the really oddball accessories still new in the box. Then I've got another set of china, not Longaberger, but that's beautiful. Here's one of my favorites, Locks of Scotland. Really a pretty pattern. That's, if you like blue and white, you can't go wrong on this one. Locks of Scotland china, and that one is in the online auction. This whole cabinet full of Corelle and Fun Christmas and stuff, that's tag sale. And then coming back around, here's your, you know, good complement of retro stuff and newer handy dandy kitchen items. You know, everything from Pampered Chef on up to you know, antique waffle iron. Good cookware here, and lots of selection of cast iron, including some really fun like cookie molds and stuff. And then going up into the cabinets, we've got a lot of Corning and Pyrex and handy dandy stuff you can use every day. Okay, now I'm rolling out of the kitchen. The other gigantic category in this house is going to be clothing, and I'm talking about gigantic category. So this is room number 1 of clothing, and sorry it's dimming here today because the sun just went down and started raining. But there's a beautiful rack full of clothes. This whole rack, fur coats and everything else, is in the online auction. And I'll tell you, look at the picture, some of that stuff's great. You got a nice dressing mirror here, full-length dressing mirror on the lyre stand in oak, and there's another closet and another rack full of great quality clothes, suits, etc. Coming back, oops, we turned off the lights in the hallway here. Here's the shoe room. Look at this. We had to cover up the sunken bathtub to more shoes. There's racks full of shoes, tables covered with shoes. There's shoes and bags that we don't have out yet because we got to sell some before we can get some more out. All the plastic storage items, you know, stackable plastic, all that's going to be for sale as well. There's a real pretty giant mirror, another great item. And then we got more clothes hanging on the doorway. Coming around one more time, sorry, hit the lights as I go. This room got lots of great luggage in it. And stepping back out of the door, here's a whole ton of purses hanging on the door, but that ain't even all the purses by a long shot. If you saw these many clothes, of course you got to have a lot of purses. Purses, hats, gloves, scarves. Look at all the sweaters. Covered up one dresser, filled an entire closet. There's a whole nother ton more sweaters and more purses over there. And of course you got this much stuff. You're going to travel, you need suitcases, you need your luggage racks, got plenty of those. And there's a million tote bags in this house. Coming back around the room just so you can see closet, closet, closet. And it's not just clothes in the closet. We got a lot of the linens and stuff, which you'll see more of downstairs. An impressive pile here. Okay, one last glimpse and I'm going to pause. I'll do video 2 downstairs. This is the room that gives you the sense that we need to sell some clothes before we can show all the clothes, because this is 6 feet tall, 2 stacks deep, clothes, good quality stuff. And you know, if you like to root, be here on day 1. If you don't like to root, be here on day 2. We'll start getting some more of it hung. All right, watch video 2. That's downstairs.